What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 65 of the Let's Talk Nerdy podcast. On this episode, we are talking STORROR Parkour Pro, Zeverland, Lilo and Stitch, and we're going to do a Disney movie showdown.
Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Instead of one day of presents, we get 8 crazy nights.
Is that the Adam Sandler one?
Adam Sandler 2 weeks in a row.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
You are now tuned in to the Let's Talk Nerdy podcast.
I love it when you talk nerdy to me.
Let's go.
Adam Sandler 2 weeks in a row. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Well, we took a week off. We took a week off of an episode. Did we?
2
No,
weeks
we
in a
didn't.
row.
2 weeks in a row. 2 episodes in a row.
2 episodes in a row, Adam
Dave,
Sandler.
let's go. I got it. I
Who
got
would've-
it.
Who would have thunk we would have been able to do that?
I don't know. We'll
He
be able
doesn't
to do a
sell-
Christmas one too, right?
No, he doesn't celebrate
Oh,
Christmas.
Dang
Yeah.
it. We'll come up with something else.
It will definitely not be Adam Sandler next week. Wink.
We'll find a way to bring Adam Sandler back. But Dave, what's up, man? How was your week? How was your Thanksgiving? Did you get enough stuffing and turkey? We don't like stuffing, so how was your other treats?
I changed my mind. Thanksgiving was great. I like stuffing now. Do you know why?
Because it's good?
I had a brand new type of stuffing, cornbread stuffing.
Ooh, I've heard good things about cornbread stuffing.
Have you ever had cornbread stuffing?
I have not.
It is fantastic. There's something about the sweetness of the cornbread that like mixes well with the spiciness of the traditional stuffing that tastes really good and not just like wet, spicy bread.
Why do you say it like that? It's not. I mean, it is kind of white, soggy bread.
It's soggy spice bread.
Yeah, okay. I like stuffing though, and I actually. So I already told you I worked on Thanksgiving, but my wife, she did something great for me. She brought back a plate of just turkey, and then she made her own stuffing and gravy. That way I could have my own little turkey dinner, and it was glorious. And I'm so glad because I was so sad that I didn't get any turkey for Thanksgiving or the last week. You know what I had for the whole week basically?
What?
Corn dogs.
Like frozen box of corn dogs?
Yeah, I ate those like every day throughout the whole week.
I
Corn
can't-
dogs, chocolate milk, and like candy once in a while.
I can't even really give you a hard time because sometimes when I eat dinner, I'm just like, what am I having for dinner today? Oh, cup of noodles and a Snickers ice cream bar. Great.
Yeah, it's easy. It's
Yeah,
easy.
it's just easy money. Or cereal. Cereal is the best dinner ever.
Yeah.
It
It
always,
is.
it always tastes delicious. It takes like 2 seconds to make, and
Yep.
you clean it up in like 2 seconds too.
Exactly.
Just,
Exactly.
3 bowls of Lucky Charms,
Mhm.
rinse that bowl out in the dishwasher, you're done. On
Yeah.
with your day.
What's your go-to cereal?
Well, it depends how hungry I am. If I'm super hungry and I know I'm gonna have more than 2 bowls, I'm going Lucky Charms. But if I'm like just kind of hungry and I'm gonna be able to control myself, Captain Crunch all the way.
Captain Crunch, but Lucky Charms has a weird like milk taste. I don't like Lucky Charms.
Oh, I don't drink the milk.
You're a milk waster?
We've had this conversation.
I know,
before.
Dave, but we haven't had it for like a year and a half to 2 years. Okay.
I'm still team not milk broth.
Oh my gosh, it's not a milk broth. It's just
It's-
flavored yummy milk.
Literally milk broth.
Okay, all right. We'll have this
it's
argument.
milk marinade.
Okay.
That's what that is. It's milk marinade of the cereal. That goes straight down the drain.
That's
Straight
awful.
down the drain.
That's awful. You're probably a person that are you a person that you'll start a drink and you won't finish it, or you finish your drink every time?
I mean, I usually try to finish it. Like I'll put it in the fridge for later, but then like I'll probably dump it out.
Oh my gosh. I'm a chug. Like I chug all my drinks though. Like
You just finish it even if you're not thirsty? Just to finish it?
yeah, I have to. Like that's money got down the drain. Although, chocolate milk is like by far my favorite drink of all time.
Okay.
And I was on the bus and like I get a chocolate milk or two before like every trip. Just like I just do that because I love chocolate milk that much. Well, I'm not slow with my chocolate milk drinking. And one of the athletes that sits behind me usually, she timed me how fast it would take me to drink my chocolate milk. 28 seconds.
Let's
like
go.
a bottle of chocolate milk. And she's like, how did you do that? I was like, actually, I had to take a break to look at my phone for a second. So She's like, that's crazy. So chocolate milk, I chug all my drinks, like chugging this bad drink here. But
I mean, if you milk is not one of those ones that you kind of sip and hang on to.
no, I
right?
know, but
You
like
know what I
that's
mean?
it's all drinks. That's why like when I like in college, it was dangerous for me when I'd go out and party and stuff like that because like by the time I knew it, I was already like 8 drinks in. They're like, "How many have you had?" I'm like 8, and I was like, "I don't feel anything," and then boom, I hit a wall because like
Rookie move.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
that's how I drink. Like
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for the catch up.
no, I just go for it.
Oof.
You hit the wall hard, and then you don't have to buy drinks at the bars. You know.
Yeah, because you're blacked out and don't remember the
No,
night.
no, no. I'm never that bad. Never that bad. But okay, moving on to or not really moving on. Continuing our conversation of the festivities of Thanksgiving, but past it. Did you do any Black Friday shopping, Dave?
I did a little bit of Black Friday shopping. Nothing too crazy though. I, like we talked about in our last couple episodes, have supported physical media. And I ended up getting a bunch of games on Amazon. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, some pretty good deals on Amazon.
How many games you get?
I hate to go on my phone right now and look it up, but I'm gonna look it up. I believe between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I got 9.
I thought I had a good selection, but
Why would you get?
I got 5. I got 5. But the 5 I got were Street Fighter 6, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, NBA 2K25, and then Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. But I actually got that free because it's buy 2 get 1 free at GameStop. So I got that free. But listen to this story with it. So I actually I put the game into my PlayStation and I was like, oh, I'm excited to play this. I was gonna play with my son. He's actually starting to get the hand dexterity to play games. It's kind of fun to see. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Anyways, so I put the game into the PlayStation and I was like, wow, this installed so fast. It was already installed on my computer, or my PlayStation.
Because you already had it.
They gave me the first one because I bought
Oh no.
2. Yeah, so I put it into the PlayStation. I was like, wait a minute, this is the first one. And now with that, I bought the first one 3 times.
Well, aren't you gonna take it back and tell
Well, oh,
them?
sorry, I did take it back. I got the second one, but
Oh,
I
okay.
was so disappointed because I bought the first one twice because I thought the first one was on sale earlier this year, and I already had it on my computer, and I bought it on the PlayStation. But no, it was the first one again, and I didn't realize until I already started playing it, and so I couldn't get a refund.
Adam is the biggest Hot Wheels supporter ever. I love this for us. Hot Wheels, sponsor us, bro.
Yeah, we bought your game 10 times by now.
Sponsor this. We're gonna cycle back around to Hot Wheels because I have a little conversation here. Real quick, just looking at my list, I ended up with the Tomb Raider Remastered Collection, which is Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. I got Epic Mickey. I got the Uncharted Collection, which is Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. I got New Souls Lake, Lost Faith, love that. Prince of Persia, I got Prince of Persia. Yeah, Hitman World Assassination, so that's all the early Hitman games. Resident Evil 4. I got Madden 25. I'm not sure why I did that. I got a game called Still in the Deep.
Still in the Deep. I've heard of it.
Still Wakes the Deep. I guess it's some like Japanese horror where you're like on a tanker or something like that. But the biggest news of the afternoon is the fact that I found out Black Myth Wukong is getting a physical and your boy pre-ordered it. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that's the one time holding out for a physical actually worked.
That's all that matters. You're getting the game. You're getting it physical, Dave.
It was just so popular. They had to do physical.
Yeah, I can't believe you bought Madden. Although I almost did. I looked at Madden, NHL, FC 24, and a couple other ones, and I was like, no, I got 2K. I don't even know why I got 2K, but I did. And I also got Dead Island 2, which I'm enjoying. And then I actually bought Hogwarts Quidditch Champions on my computer because it's on sale too. So, but yeah, I'm excited about these games. Dead Island 2, I actually jumped in quite a bit already and really enjoying it. But other than that, I'm excited to see how the rest of the games unfold. Who knows? I'll probably buy a couple more. And yeah, Black Friday.
Deals were out there, so hopefully you guys got something sweet. Real quick, I want to circle back around to Hot Wheels because I have been crushing Hot Wheels right now. It was a free game on PS Plus, so I downloaded it and then I started playing it, and then I got addicted to it. And I am 3 trophies away from getting the platinum trophy. One, I need to just podium 100 times, which I have like 76 races under my belt. I need to drift for a certain amount of distance. So as of right now, I'm 60% through that. And you have to collect a series of what they're calling secret cars, which I just kind of figured out how to tell what the secret cars are. So the platinum is well within reach. But it brings up an interesting question. Are you a trophy hunter?
No, we've had this conversation before.
Yeah. Are you a trophy hunter, achievement hunter?
I am not.
No?
We like we've discussed in the past. I fly through my games. As soon as the
Yes.
story's done, I tend to either, if it's a story game that has a multiplayer option, then I'll jump into that quite a bit. But if it doesn't, I get through the story. I do a couple other things, do some things like that. But as soon as the story's over, I am done.
Well, I mean, you don't really have to be an achievement hunter. And guys, if you guys are, achievement trophy hunters, let me know in the comments below. What do you think is like that's a good way to say this. What do you think is like an acceptable amount of things to do in order to receive a platinum trophy? Like, how long do you think you should be expected to play a game before you get a platinum trophy?
I think that's hard to say because it all depends. I think it depends on what type of game it is, how much the game was. I think there's a lot of factors that go into that because if you're playing Madden, I would say, I don't know. I have no idea. That's a hard question. I would
That's
say,
interesting
are you
question,
saying
right?
how much hours you'd have to put into the
Well,
game?
Okay, so let me paint the picture for
Okay.
you because I think it'll help. And
Yeah.
guys, I'm not advocating that they just give away platinum trophies. Like obviously getting every achievement in the game should be difficult, but at some point I think like I'm just curious to know like what the expectation is at a certain point because I'll paint the picture for you. In Hot Wheels 2, I have those 3 trophies left, right?
Yeah.
One of them is being, like I said, being in the podium 100 times. One of them is drifting. You have to drift for a certain amount of distance. Now, I have completed the campaign 100%, right?
Yeah.
When I was done completing the campaign 100%, on the drift trophy, I had 48% completed. And on the podium trophy, I had 56% completed.
So it's essentially you're trying to double the campaign play time.
Yeah, but like it's I don't know.
I think that's fair. I think
you think it's
doubling,
fair?
yeah, I think doubling the campaign time is appropriate. I think.
Okay, maybe I'm alone.
Like I said, I don't go for the trophies. As soon as I'm done with the story modes, and if it doesn't have multiplayer, I'm done. Like I'm done playing the game. I'll get my 20, 30 hours in it. But how many hours do you have in it?
I mean, I don't know if I had to gauge it, probably 15, 16.
I'd say 30 to 40 is appropriate because you got to think like playing online and doing the challenges and other types of races and things like that. I think it adds up. That makes sense. 100 wins is not an unrealistic, or podium places is not unrealistic, I think.
I think it's just the way that the trophy's being presented. Like I understand if you want to like if one of your trophies is like complete the game on New Game Plus or something like that, where it's like, yes, you have to play the game again to get this, like that's a thing. But I don't know. This kind of this trophy display, the way they're displaying it to me just is almost like this is an obvious just slog. Like they should just call the trophy like grind it out.
No, I don't think so. I think that's like games where they want you to try the multiplayer. They want you to do that kind of stuff because like yes, you're playing this game solo, but you got to admit this would be more fun even if the split screen version. Like you can play with your brother.
Oh no, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. Online matches and split screen does not count.
Why would that?
They have a
Okay.
they have a separate trophy for online matches. You got to do at least 10. You got to do at least 10 online wins or something like that.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
then that's a little bit annoying. I
It's
think
just an absolute slog. Like I'm just quick
Yeah.
racing against the computer.
That's
And
probably pretty
even on
boring too.
hard, yeah,
Yeah.
even on hard. I've played the game for like I'm pretty decent at the game now. Like I'm literally just slogging through, just crushing computer races.
That's kind of boring. I understand
It's
that
so
then. Yeah,
boring.
okay. I think if they allowed you to play the multiplayer and the split screen to get those trophies, then it'd be different. But the fact that you have to do these quick races against computers, that's just, I think, poor management or poor trophy decision on the developer's side of things. Not so much like but like I said, I think doubling the playtime with like going past the campaign, double the time, like to play the campaign in a new game plus for other games, things like that. I think that's fair. A plus, like a double the hours.
I like obviously getting the extra replay value out of the game, but like I don't know. Maybe I stand alone. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys think agree with me or if I'm standing alone. I just feel like I don't know, just like it's such an obvious just slog is just like kind of unneeded.
For that game specifically, I would agree. Like that's
Like
boring.
give me something else. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Give me something else to do.
Let me play in multiplayer and get the same result of the podiums and things like that.
Right. And they had options. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like the trophy is, get a podium 100 times, right? Like it's for a gold trophy, so like it needs to be hard. But when you do the campaign, at the end of the campaign, you unlock these like harder missions, right? No trophy for that. There's no trophy for doing the harder missions. Like you could have just instead of having it be podium 100 times, it could have just been finish the hard missions. Because like I have 100% on the campaign, maybe did one or two of those extra missions. I didn't even touch them because they're not part of the trophy, so I don't need them.
That's weird. I don't know. I'm not a trophy hunter, and like I said, as soon as I get through the story, I'm typically done with the game unless it has a multiplayer aspect. And that kind of brings me to my kind of guilty pleasure game that I've been playing again, and I haven't been playing Call of Duty for 2 years, Dave. I jumped in.
And now he is back.
I'm back.
Worse than ever.
No, not worse than ever. I've been mixing other games in there. But I want to talk about the campaign for Black Ops 6.
Okay.
People loved it.
Yeah.
I did not.
Why?
I don't want to get into the details because I don't want to ruin it for people.
I mean, it's
But-
pretty old.
So there's well, you got to think the people that are waiting for Christmas time to get it for their kids, for themselves. No, I don't think it's
Guys, there's going to be spoilers for about 6 minutes. Just fast forward ahead. Hit him, Adam. What is it?
okay. There's moments in the game that were definitely new and unique to the campaign, which was cool, but they kind of dragged out those moments too much. And for those that have played the campaign, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about when you get to those moments. And like I said, I don't really want to, because it's kind of big. It's a big change in the game and the flow of the game. And also, I called the ending of the game like 10 minutes into the story.
Does it move off of being an FPS into like something else?
No, it doesn't move off of SPS. It moves into something very loved in Black Ops games
Zombies?
in the campaign.
There's zombies in the campaigns? Why is there zombies in the campaign?
I don't know what you're talking about, Dave.
Because there's
But-
zombies in the campaign.
I don't think there is. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. It's just weird to me that, and okay, I will say, all right, spoiler alert. We did a spoiler alert. Maybe we'll actually have a noise here saying, "Hey, there's a 2-minute spoiler here." Yes, there's zombies in the campaign, and honestly, it wasn't bad at first, and then it just kind of dragged out. If
Like,
that makes sense.
Does it make sense to is it part of the storyline though? Is it like
Yeah.
some weaponized warfare or something that's like turning these things into zombies or?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so easy to call. What a boring
Well,
story.
no, I called the villain from like 2 minutes. Well, I meant I called the villain from the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I knew exactly who it was. But anyway, I thought the zombie missions were cool. However, it just dragged on to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not playing zombies. I'm playing the campaign. I want to do like spy work and things like that, not zombies. But I will say there were some really cool spy missions in the game. And they did some really cool elements with the like how other games have alert system and you have to sneak around or you can go in guns blazing or sneak. And I really like that aspect of the campaign, but the zombies is kind of what put it down for me.
I mean, I guess they're just really leaning into the whole zombies thing.
Right. And I will say, playing the zombie mode, great. It went back to round based. They have different versions of round based. So if you need like handheld holding for the Easter eggs, they have that for you, or you just go in blind and play and like not have to worry about doing these, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. You can get the pack a punch right away. You can do this right away. You can actually just go for the rounds and not worry about all the missions with it. So I will say overall, Black Ops went in a great direction as a game in a whole, but the campaign was lacking for me. I know a lot of people love that aspect, but for me, it just dragged out that kind of zombie feel for me too long.
It sounds to me like they just know that everybody loves zombies and they're just trying to capitalize on that. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe with the feedback, they just will exclude that from 7.
Whatever. That's all I had. Lots of exciting games coming up for us. Yeah, we're in holiday season now, and I think that brings us to our first game, Dave. Hardcore Parkour. Hardcore Parkour. STORROR Parkour Pro by Hole in the Sleeve Studios. Comes out Q1 2025. Dave, are you excited about this hardcore parkour
Bro,
game?
this is a thing, man.
I didn't know.
Did you know this was a thing? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Like the game was a thing, or just like
everything.
the
Like,
audience for games like this?
not even just the audience for like this game. Did you know that these people existed?
No idea. I had no idea.
Dude. Okay, so this is absolutely insane. So, guys, if you don't know, STORROR Parkour Pro is a game that is going to be obviously a parkour simulator. But the thing behind it, I didn't know that STORROR was an actual thing. So, STORROR is like a YouTube group. Did you know this?
I did actually. I did know that. I was doing a little bit of the research on it, and I did see that they were their own YouTube channel, and they kind of got sponsored for this, or like they are the partners with this studio.
Their YouTube channel has 10 million subscribers. I just started watching like some of their videos. Like some of the stuff that they do is absolutely insane.
Parkour in general is insane.
Literal insanity.
I used to like dream of being able to do parkour, but I'm just not that athletic or acrobatic or anything like that. So people that do parkour, you're insane.
And this is the thing I want to ask you, and be honest.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a sport?
Parkour?
Yeah.
I think it's more sport than other sports. If that makes sense.
I'm going to need you to elaborate on that.
I'm not going to elaborate. I'm going to make a lot of people mad if I say specifics.
Nope, I'm going to need you to elaborate.
I don't know if I want to.
You don't think it's a sport?
No. This, I said, yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
more of a sport than other sports that are considered sports.
What other sports?
I'm not saying.
This is the juicy details we need, Adam. This is what
Well,
people want to hear.
No,
Don't be
because
afraid.
I'm
Don't
going to
be
get
afraid. Don't be afraid.
I'm going to get comments here saying it is a sport. So no. Not doing it. Cheerleading. It's not a sport. Okay, I take that back. Cheerleading at like sidelines of sporting events is not a sport. But like competitive cheerleading, like those kinds of things, like doing the routines as a whole team for judge scores, that's sport. But on the sidelines, it's not a sport. I don't care.
I love this so much.
But well, you know what I'm saying though? Because
I mean,
the sport is the sport you're there spectating, not the cheerleaders on the sidelines. That's not a sport.
you think you can't do a sport while another sport is going on?
There's no judgment to it. Like there's no scoring system to sideline cheerleading. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? I kind of agree with you.
Yeah. I would say, like I said, cheerleading as a competition and being judged with numbers and scoring, that's a sport. Gymnastics, a sport. Because there's scoring involved. Yes, it's biased scoring, or somewhat biased, but I think that those are sports for sure.
So is dancing a sport? Or only if you're being judged?
Yeah, if you're being judged, yeah. Or some type of score is being given to you.
You need a score. That's a wait. Okay. Well, in that same logic, then parkour is not a sport unless you're
Are
in
there-
some
Yeah.
type of competition.
Is there parkour competitions?
I'm gonna assume yes.
Then I'm going to say it's a sport. I'm going to say it's a sport. That's like there's a tag sport. There's a game where you're trying to tag somebody.
Yeah, I've seen this.
That's a sport. So the game of tag is a sport, which you would have never thunk.
Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. So in order to be a sport, you
just need to be judged and scored in some way.
at
Or-
some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so then cheerleading is a sport.
Competitive cheerleading.
But even cheerlead, like it only counts as a sport if you're in the action of being judged or gaining points.
In a way to become victorious. You can't become victorious in sideline cheerleading.
Oh, this is very different logic.
How is it?
So like football is only a sport during game time?
No, because football is a sport when you're playing against others trying to score. Like if you're talking about like pickup football.
Yeah.
Like I'm still trying to beat the opponents.
Okay.
I don't know. Cheerleading it's just weird. It's 50-50. Let's get okay. I don't know where we're gonna go with this part of the conversation, Dave. I know you tell me to be more free with our conversations, but I feel like this is not gonna go very far.
This is great. All right. Well,
Let's go
yeah.
back into the games.
I'm gonna be pondering for a week this
Yeah.
fucking cheerleading conundrum, but okay. All right. Anyway, let's go back
I'm
to
sorry,
Mario.
Dave. But you know what I'm saying? You kind of got what I was saying with the logic of you
Yeah,
have to be judged, scored, or defeat an opponent in some way.
Okay, so here's the thing: cheerleading competition is a sport, and cheerleading on the sideline of a game is like their practice.
There you go. I
Okay,
like it.
that's okay. We have solved the cheerleading conundrum.
Yes, but a lot of like small schools and things like that, when they don't actually do competition and they say that cheerleading is a sport, it's not a sport. You know what I mean? You have to be working towards the competition, I think.
I don't
let's
know
just-
if you
let's
can
move
pull
on.
me. I don't know if you can pull me down in this hole with you.
Move on, Dave. Let's do it. Let's go back into the game.
Let's.
Are
let's
you
take a
excited
look
for this one? Is it pretty cool?
I do think it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys don't know, like we said, Store has a pretty cool YouTube channel. If you're into parkour, if you don't know what parkour is, it's basically like the just the ability to do like insane acrobatics in just everyday locations. So if you're just
Yeah.
listening, we're getting a lot of really cool clips of them like running on cranes and like jumping off the tops of buildings. This is the funniest part right now because it looks like they introduced some type of ragdoll physics to it,
Yeah.
which I thought was really funny. But it just looks like a really fun game. It's something that's really interesting, and it looks like something that like, even though it's probably not going to have like a super in-depth kind of storyline to it, it looks like something that would be fun to just kind of load up with your friends and just kind of like dick around in.
Yeah, I totally. Oop, I just messed that up. Shoot. It definitely looks fun. It looks very unique. I'm just not fully on board yet, if that makes sense. I
What's-
just don't understand. I think I have to get my hands on. I don't feel how this game could be exciting, if that makes sense.
Like,
I don't-
how
I
it
don't
would be
feel like
fun.
I can get engulfed or have a sense of immersion with this type of game because I feel like it's just pushing buttons, doing the same kind of tricks over and over. If that makes sense.
I guess I understand that. I think this has a lot to do with like whether you think parkour is cool or not. Like we saw this a lot with Tony Hawk, right? Like when Tony Hawk first came out, people that like weren't into skateboarding at all couldn't care less about this game. You know what I mean? Like the skaters were the ones that were really excited about it, and then it kind of went more mainstream.
That's probably what's gonna have to happen with this game as well. Like parkour fans are gonna love this game, and that's not to say I don't have an appreciation for parkour, but I'm not going out of my way to watch parkour videos or things of that nature. I am, like you said, Tony Hawk. I used to watch skateboarding stuff, or my brother used to skateboard, and I attempted to skateboard, and I never was actually good at it. I never attempted parkour because I don't want to break my neck.
I think, I don't know, for me, parkour came around like when I was old. You know what I mean? Like I was too old to get into it. Like if I stepped on a skateboard now, if I've like I used to skate, like I used to skate, I used to snowboard, I used to do everything. Like if I just remember like tanking myself out on handrails and like trying to hit stair gaps and like just flat bottoming right to the ground or scorpioning off the bike or like if any of that stuff happened to me now, like that is the end of my month. You know what I mean? Whereas before I didn't think anything of it. And I think maybe that's just like what happened with me with parkour. Like I always thought it was really interesting, but I always just thought I was too old to get into it. So I think this is kind of cool for me because it's like I did think that this stuff was really cool and it's definitely very dangerous. And I don't know, this is kind of like a way that I can like kind of try to do it a little bit without really hurting myself.
That makes sense. It's a way to kind of get yourself into the sport of parkour without having to actually get into it and risk your own injury and things like that.
Cause there's like, just like with anything, man, like there's next levels to this stuff, right? If you watch a couple parkour videos, it's like you might see like a guy like running on a ledge and then he jumps on a handrail and then he jumps over to another ledge. Okay, like, yeah, no, okay, that's hard. Like, it's hard. It's cool. You did good. But then you watch another video and it's like this dude just ran off the side of a 6-story building, and then just hit the wall of an 8-story building, slid down like two levels on the side of the freaking wall, grabbed the parking ramp garage, pulled himself. Like that's next level. You know what I mean? And that's the type of stuff that we were seeing in this trailer. It's like the dude, like the trailer opens where the dude is standing at night in the rain and runs off a crane. He just off like the top of the entire city, just runs off a crane. Like that's craziness. I think that will be the fun part of it, is just being like how extreme you can kind of take all these measures to.
With the way they had this game looking, it looks good. It looks like it's going to have realistic mechanics of you have to land the trick in a specific way or you're going to be punished. You saw it in the trailer where the guy jumped off the building and kind of landed on the scaffolding and he just went through the scaffolding. Or you misstep and you're going down to the bottom of the like you're hitting land, like you are smacking the ground. And that's going to be kind of a cool, exciting moment for it. So, like I said, if I get my hands on the game, I feel like I'm going to have more of an appreciation of parkour itself, but also the game itself. Because honestly, like the cinematics and the setting and the open world is a really cool idea, and the fact that it has the realism aspect of it, or of like you will be punished if you do not land these tricks specifically, or you don't stop yourself running in time. You're going over the edge of the building, and it's going to punish you. I think that's cool, but again, I just have to get my hands on it. So
I think it was really interesting is they did, they really have the STORROR team involved. So they did motion capture animations from all of the team, and they're said to have like hundreds of unique animations. So like things don't feel robotic when you're landing and stuff like that. And like Adam said, with the physics driven movement and stuff like that, it just feels like a fun game that like if you can get into it, because the way that this game is going to work, there's like a little bit of a storyline. Basically the storyline is like there's this establishment that's like trying to destroy your estate or something like that. Like I don't think it's going to be very in depth, but they also have like little challenge modes. So it's like time attacks, or you need to go on certain things, or like trick attacks, or running away from security, and stuff like that. Like there's enough to keep it interesting. And I think it'd be really fun, especially if you load in with friends, right? Because if you load in with your boys and then all of a sudden, it's just like, you're all standing on top of this building, like trying to do this line, or like trying to make this, like, who's the first person to make this jump, and like stuff like that. Like that, I think that's going to be the fun part, is like not so much taking the gameplay, like the story aspect of the gameplay serious, like super, super seriously, but more just kind of like dicking around. You know what I mean? Like it seems like a fun game to just kind of like mess around with your friends with.
it'd be fun to see like you're like 3 of your buddies make the landing, and all of a sudden you see Dave goes 20 stories down. And you're like, oh, sucks to be you. Start over, do it again. That's kind of funny. And the fact that it's gonna take place in London, right? Like Is that where it takes place?
The Isle of Dogs. I don't know if that's a real place or if they made that up, but I think it's a real place.
And another thing that's really cool about this one is that you're going to be able to play in first person. And with that, I wonder, there's a VR parkour game. So I wonder if there's going to be an element where I doubt it that you'd be able to play this in VR. It doesn't say that in any way. So I can't imagine that you're going to be able to. I don't know. I'm just excited to see where this is going to go and how it plays. I think the gameplay is what's going to sell it. If it feels smooth and exciting as you're playing it, it's going to be a home run. But if it feels clunky or if it doesn't have immersion, it's going to be hard to enjoy this kind of game.
Yeah, no, I totally see that. And like, I understand this is from a studio that I haven't ever heard of this studio before, Hole in the Sleeve Game Studio. Never heard of them before. So like there's a chance that the game is not that great, from like an actual execution standpoint. But I do think this game is something that you guys should check out, and I do think it has the possibility to kind of like grow into something really huge, right? Because just like how Tony Hawk had kind of like an underground audience of skateboarders that were super excited about the game coming out, and then it grew into what Tony Hawk is today. There's a specific group of people that are really into parkour, and that's the group that's really gonna like look at the game seriously and want to do like all the challenges and all that stuff like that. But the other aspect of it is just that hangout session. And if you look at games like you can almost treat it as like a game, like one of those silly games that people just play just because it's fun, like Gang Beasts, right? Remember when Gang Beasts was super popular? Okay,
Party animals, and things like
party
that.
animals, and like the game was shit. Like they were awful. They were terrible games, but like people played them just because it was funny stuff to do with your friends. Like this is gonna have that same kind of like aspect to it of like, hey, did you know that we could play this parkour game where we can run off the tops of buildings? Like, yeah, let's all download it. You know what I mean? Like that. I think that aspect of it is being overlooked right now. It's being just kind of funneled towards people that are very much into parkour. I think this is going to have a mainstream audience just because of how fun the concept of what you're doing is, and I think people will latch on to that.
Like you said, it's one of those things, if you can play with friends and just give it a shot, I think that's what's really going to kind of drive this home. And to be honest, this isn't the only parkour game that's been coming out. Parkour in general in the gaming world is growing. There's another game called Rooftops and Alleys that's been like kind of growing, and a lot of people enjoyed that. But this one looks like it's taking more of a realistic approach. I know there's some jumping off of a crane onto a rooftop that's 100 like meters away, or that's probably a lot farther than it actually is, but it's unrealistic, but it has more of a realistic feel with the animations and stuff like that.
I know it's not AAA, but I would say this is probably the closest thing to a AAA parkour game that we've seen so far.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. Definitely pop it on your radar. STORROR Parkour Pro comes out Q1 2025. It should be really sweet. Check out their YouTube too if you're into parkour.
Yeah,
check out
hardcore
the YouTube.
parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
And with that said, hardcore parkour, parkour jump,
hardcore parkour pro.
Pro
Parkour
skater.
is such a hard word to say, dude.
Yeah. Parkour. All right, we're gonna do word chain. Connect the words.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is word chain.
We're gonna start using your introduction. It's a word chain.
I don't know why I said that in the first one we ever did, and it did really well. So I'm just gonna say it again.
Word chain.
Word chain.
Let's do it. All right, Dave. We already have our letters here. Go for it. I'll let you start it off.
All
My
right,
first word is puppy.
Puppy is the first word, and the second letter for those listening is L. We're gonna go with puppy love.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, next one we have another L. There's two words that it could be. Life.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
Is an A.
You get an E.
What? Oh, dang it. I know what it is.
All right. My first word is rain, and first letter I have to guess with it. Is it rain, or it's a D, raindrop?
Raindrop. That is correct.
And Z, drop. Drop zip.
And it is not drop zip. You get an O.
Oh, I got it.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, Adams is love letter.
Yeah.
Okay. Letter P. Letter P. Letter placement.
Nope. You get an I.
Letter pie.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Drop zone.
Drop zone is correct.
Zone defense.
Zone defense is correct.
Defense M. Defense M. Defense.
This one might be kind of tough now that I'm looking at it.
Defense man.
No, you get an E.
Okay, okay.
Letter P-I. Letter pin. Pick. Letter picture?
No, it's not letter picture.
Oh, no.
You get a G.
What? Letter pig? What? What?
All right, ready?
Adam just went through the fucking like
No,
Webster's
no.
dictionary to look for. I want only words that are 47 letters long. I'm sick of losing this game. Okay.
I am kind of tired of losing this game, so I did pick a little harder words here. But you said you gave me a hard one. Defense.
Yeah, this one's tough. I don't know. You might not get this one.
Defense. I said man, so it's M-E. Defense. Defense. No. Defense. Man. No, can't be defensive man. Let's go. This is random. Defensive meat.
It is not defensive meat. You get a C. Oh boy, I don't know what this word is.
Oh man.
Letter pig.
Is that your guess?
No. This doesn't even make any sense. Letter.
The next letter you'll get it.
Is it pigment?
Nope.
What is it?
You get an E.
P-I-G-E?
Yeah.
That's not even a word.
Maybe you won't get it.
Are you spelling it correctly?
Hold on, let me make sure. I'm gonna Google it. I'm pretty sure I'm spelling it right. Yeah, I'm spelling it right. I'm getting it. I got it right.
Letter.
No, you can't say it. It's my turn. It's my turn. Don't you say it. Don't you say any words. Defensive mech.
No, it is not mech. You get an H.
What the freak? Defensive. Okay.
No. You don't say it.
I'm not.
Dude, this is not a word.
Yes, it is. I'm telling you, it is.
Letter.
You're gonna beat yourself up when you hear it.
This is not a word.
It is a word. Come on, you got it.
Letter piggy.
No, it is not letter piggy.
What the hell is this word?
You get an O. Okay.
How does that make sense at
It
all?
does.
That
It
does
does.
not make sense at all.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not. That's not a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yeah, in fucking 1742.
It doesn't matter. It's a thing. Letter. Oh, you can't say it. You can't say it. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
but it is a thing.
Damn, you made this ridiculously hard.
Well,
Now
I can't
don't-
get this one.
Yeah, now I don't feel bad about this.
Defensive mechanic.
It is defensive mechanic.
No
Dang
way.
it.
Mechanic shop.
Dang it.
Let's go. Shop C. Shop car, shop call, shop card, shop can, shop can.
It is not shop can. You get an L.
Shop.
All
Okay.
right. Adams is letter pigeon.
Yeah, you got it. That's a thing.
Pigeon H? What the? Pigeon H? This is not even a real thing.
It is a thing. I promise. This one makes even more sense than the last one.
Pigeon H.
Yep.
Pigeon.
I gotta win one of these. I've lost so many.
Good lord, dude. Pigeon hat?
Nope. You get an O. Okay.
That's not a word either.
Yes, it is. I'm telling you, you got it.
That's not a phrase either.
Yes, it is. I'm telling you, it is.
Okay,
All right. Shop cleaner.
It was not shop cleaner. You get an
Crap.
A.
Okay.
Pigeon house?
Nope.
Oh
You-
my god.
You get an L. Shop shop clamp.
It is not shop clamp. You get an S.
Oh my gosh, I got it now.
Okay, pigeonholed.
No, you didn't get it.
What?
Yeah, you didn't get it. Wait, is it? Hold on. Okay, I mean, I'll give it to you without the D.
What?
Oh, wait, you got it wrong. You get an E.
God, come on, man.
Do you want that? Okay, do you want to count
What the hell
it?
is a pigeonhole?
I don't. It's a thing. I'm telling you.
This win is gonna get an asterisk next to it. I
Okay.
swear.
Pigeonhole. It's not hold. It's a pigeonhole, not hold. There's no.
The phrase
not-
is pigeonhole.
Yeah, D with the like pigeonhole or I got in a pigeonhole. I don't know.
This one's getting an asterisk.
No, a pigeonhole. Okay, a pigeonhole, a hole or small recess for pigeons to rest. A pigeonhole. Okay, Dave, I'm right. Shop class.
Shop class is right.
Class act.
Class act is right.
Yes, I won.
Winner Adam.
I finally won one. But okay, go for it. Oh wait, no, I started it, didn't I?
Yeah, no, I no, you actually won.
Yeah. Okay, but you got to finish it.
No, you actually won. It doesn't
I know,
matter.
but
I started.
want to hear.
I went first.
I want to hear you finish it. Let me have this.
Pigeonhole.
Wow, you got it.
Okay, hole placement.
No, hole punch.
Hole punch.
Yep.
Punch. Chin.
Card.
Punch card.
Yep.
Card drawer.
Card deck.
Yep. Knew all of
Yes!
those.
I'm 1-4. Finally, I won one. But
I knew all of those. I knew all of those guys.
yeah, you just wanted me to win one.
I just wanted Adam to win one.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That was a walloping.
Okay, letter pigeon. That one was borderline, but it is called a pigeonhole, not a pigeonholed with an LD. It's
I want you to Google letter pigeon right now and
I
tell me
did.
what it says.
I did.
What does
Letter
it say?
pigeon. It's a bird that carries letters. I did. I Googled it to make sure. A pigeon letter, also known, or a letter pigeon. Yeah. Maybe I
Also
had it back.
known as.
Yeah, okay. That one was probably borderline. It probably could have been carrier pigeon.
Yes, it's a carrier pigeon.
Whatever.
That's okay. That's all right. We'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I finally won one.
Adam wins.
I just wanted to win one. Okay, guys?
Yay, Adam! Well done. Well done. No asterisks at all.
No asterisks at all. Let's move on to our next game here. I deserve that one. Not really. I kind of cheated in a way. But let's move on to our next game. Let us know in the comments if you got those word chains.
Yeah, I like that.
Word chain.
Word chain, brother.
Brother. All right, moving on to our next game, Zeverland. Our next zombie game. It's by Quantum Quirks 2025. The big question is this a real game?
Dun, dun, dun. Do you really think it's not a real game?
I do. No. I do think it's going to be a real game.
Okay.
So I ended up joining their Discord and wanted to learn a little bit more about the game. I was hoping to see some of the comments between. They have their Steam page is going to be released in a few weeks. So right now they don't have a Steam page. They don't have a website. They don't have things that you would think that makes them a real game. But they're working on it, according to their Discord.
Don't worry, guys. They have a super sketch Discord that you can download, that you can join and just get in on the action.
I got into the Discord. They do say that their Steam page is coming. However, honestly, I know we've been kind of talking smack about zombie games, but Dave, does this have a fun and different feel to it to you?
Let's be 100% clear. I hate zombie games. They're so fucking boring. I'm so sick of zombies. This game, however, looks really fun.
Right?
It does. It looks really fun.
I like the whole, like, the cutesy. It reminds me of there's the Funko Pop figures.
Yeah.
But they also have this other line that looks like these kind of characters. I can't remember what they're called.
Funko Pop was kind of like, that was kind of what I was comparing them to when I was watching it.
I'm looking up the product lines here. They have a different one that looks specifically like these. Product Funko all products here. Sorry, I'm Googling it. I should have looked it up before. But there's a specific, they have like these figures that look like these, and I can't remember what they're called. But they actually have the eye colors and things like that.
Yeah, less big head.
Yeah. What are they called? Or maybe they don't do it anymore. Oh, I think they're called, no. Vinyl sodas.
Okay.
I don't know, but they're more, or like they have this kind of feel to them, if that makes sense. And what this game is, it's a zombie crafting game. But what's really cool about this, like I said, it has a different art style in the sense that it's more cute. It's got some elements to it that are unique to it. Like here, let's pull up the trailer actually before I dive into it. The trailer's, I think, like 7 minutes long, so
Yeah, pretty long trailer.
yeah. But
You
I'm
could have
excited for
made
this
a
one.
trailer that was 30 seconds less and made a Steam page. Just throwing that
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, that's true.
How long could it possibly take to make a Steam page?
I think it has to get approved in Steam, to be honest. You can't just throw a Steam page up.
I mean, you have a 7-minute trailer. I feel like you'll get approved.
That's true. But as we're talking about this, like I said, it's got this really cutesy kind of feel to it. But as you're watching it, you'll see that the weapons that they have and the elements of using real like cars and customizing cars and things like that. It's really cool that you don't really see in zombie games. Really, zombie games are you just go out there, kill zombies, and survive. With this one, yes, it has that basic principle, but you have car customization, there's mobile bases, there's really cool element that will show up in the trailer a bit later. If you die, you become the zombie, which I thought that was really cool.
I think it's really interesting. You know what this reminds me of? This is this is the forest, but like way better.
You think so?
Yeah, like this, like it feels like it's gonna have a lot of sandbox ability to it, where you kind of like decide what you want to do, and there's maybe not so much of like, you know, actual story missions and stuff like that. Like you're kind of just, when you're going out into the world, like it feels like it's gonna be your choice. You know what I mean? So like you're going out looking for specific things. Like Adam said, you can get hold of vehicles. Maybe you need something for your vehicle, or you want to upgrade your weapons, or like you're you know, low on supplies. This part's really cool. I don't know. He has flashlight lightsabers. Love that.
Yeah, it's really neat.
But
My
I think-
biggest wonder with this though is I hope it's a game where you can have your own server rather than having a big server that is always live, kind of like Rust. If you're not playing, you have elements where somebody can raid your RV in this instance, or your base and things like that. That's where I'm a little concerned, because they do say that this game is going to have hundreds of people and things like that. And it makes me wonder how big the server is going to be.
Here's my biggest thing, and in regards to the server and stuff like that too. Is this like a permadeath? Like, is this an MMO where you're like, if you become a zombie, you are just a zombie for the rest of the entirety of however long you play the game until you create a new character?
I wonder if it's one of those things, if you do become a zombie, you die. If you get killed as a zombie, you just keep respawning as a zombie. But if you complete enough tasks or things like that, you can become a human again.
Oh,
If that makes sense.
like regain your human form?
Yeah,
But
or
do you come back as the human character that you played as before, or do you just like, all right, you earned the right to just become a new human character?
I have no idea. I wonder, because if that's the case, why wouldn't you just do another server or another character and just become a human again? Like, why go through all the trouble? So I wonder if it's one of those things that you do get to become your human again and all the abilities that you unlocked as that human, or it's one of those things that you get to pick if you want to join the world as a zombie or as a human, and you get as many lives as you want.
Need more space?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder, so the reason for not just quitting the game and becoming a new human, like, what if you have certain abilities or like unlockables or stuff that just apply to you as a player?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want, so yeah, if you die, then like you're leveled up enough on the zombie side, you get those zombie levels or that amount of life with that zombie.
Yeah, like there's probably things that you need to do as a zombie too, right? So you could you could be your player character, become a zombie, do all the things that you need to do on the zombie side of things, so you will unlock specific perks in building stuff and stuff like that, and then regain your human form, but you have all of those perks that you unlocked as a zombie with you. That could be really cool, and that would be like a reason to not just quit when you become a zombie.
Right. Or it's so weird because it's one of those things, if you want to be the zombie, can you load in and be the zombie? Because the zombie has special abilities. If you can like level up enough and you can start controlling hordes of zombies and different abilities and pick up arms of, it looks like alien looking zombies, and like have more powers that way. So I'm wondering if you'll be able to pick, I want to play as a zombie or I want to play as a human. Or if you can jump in as a human, and if you die, you have the choice to continue on as a zombie, or I'm gonna just play like the game or start over. Does that make sense? Like, you can either pick to play as a human, and if you die, you have the human or the zombie aspect, or if you die, or if you jump in, you just want to be the zombie, you can do that too.
I would assume they would probably not do that.
Okay.
I would assume that you would be forced to start as a player.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to become a zombie, it's very easy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just find a zombie and let him eat you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And I'm also confused on what type of view we're gonna get here, because in the trailer you kind of see like a top-down view, but you also see like a third person, like you're in line, like a normal third-person shooter game. So I'm confused on what type of game this is gonna be. Is it gonna be like a top-down kind of feel, or is it gonna be your? Does that make sense?
I mean, I saw the top down when they were sneaking around that corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Like, right.
also we do see the like, I don't know, maybe it's like a GTA where you have, you know, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's
the
like
first
7
person,
different
camera angles.
There's like 7 different camera angles for GTA.
I'm excited for this one. It's very unique. It's very new in the zombie realm of things. It looks like it could be a lot of fun. Just posing the question, is this game going to actually become a game at some point? Kind of, what was that? Not Daisy, the day after or something like that.
Naquan?
No, not that one. That one's still in development. I'm talking about the one that did release and like
Oh, and they gave everybody the refund.
Days Gone or something like that.
Yeah, was it Days Gone?
Yeah, something like that. And they had to give everybody a refund because it was just
All 7
god-awful.
people that believed in the game.
Yeah, right. But I hope this becomes a game that is really polished, because I don't play very many survival crafting games, but this one really has my interest. If you saw in the trailer, it's a large open world. It's supposed to be up to 600 square kilometers, so it's gonna be huge. with tons of different landscapes and areas to explore, such as cities, villages, abandoned buildings that you can kind of claim as your own. Which that's where I'm hesitant because I really hope this is more of a. It's hard because if you want to play against players that are zombies, then like you can't just load into the game with friends because I mean the server is gonna have to be live all the time because how are you gonna just jump into a server and there's zombies? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. You're gonna jump into a server, and they'll be CPU zombies, but players will spawn in and out, as they want to play. I think.
My fear is so if you log out, is my RV just sitting there? Or do I log in with my RV? Do I build my RV and every time I load in, I can bring in my RV? Or is it like Rust and I have to have my RV prone to raids and zombies of other.
Here's what I don't think that's gonna happen, and here's the one negative I have on this game. This screams free to play game to me.
You think so?
Yeah, it's an online MMO with no end. There's no end to this game. You know what I mean? There's no end to how long you can play this game for. And, with all of the crafting and owning buildings and, fully customizing your character, it's just a landscape that's ripe for microtransactions of get this outfit, buy this part for this car, unlock this car, get this weapon, unlock this building. Like, it just screams free to play to me. Specifically because it's a game that has no end. Like there's no storyline attached to it. You can play this game forever. You know what I mean? So like it screams spend money in here.
So I wonder if it is going to be a situation where you can decide I'm going to pick the human side because that way I can load in as my human every time. Well, no, because it says if you die, you become a zombie.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure of. It's like, is this something that's gonna live forever? Like forever? Like if you become a zombie, are you truly a zombie forever, or are you a zombie for as long as you're loaded in on that session? And then like when you're done and you quit, and next day you spawn back in as your player character, and you have another chance to like be a human. I don't know.
Or is it one of those things if you die as a human, you just respawn as a human and kind of how you play. This is kind of a bad example, but like there's two progressions in like Dead by Daylight. You can pick the survivor or you can pick the hunter, if that makes it like the villain. So I wonder if there's gonna be I load in as a villain this time or the zombie. I die, I come back as a zombie. If I play as the human, I die, I come back as the human.
I mean, that would be fun, and I think it would be a good like way to solve the problem. But the way that they're talking about it, it doesn't seem like that. Like they really put emphasis on that permadeath of like if you die, you become a zombie. There's no going back. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that in DVD.
A lot of questions with this game. Like I said, they're coming out with their Steam page coming up soon. That's a big one. I just want to know how that's going to work. So developer, if you're listening, Quantum Quirks, we'd love to know on how that's going to work because I don't know. I would hate to get such a giant base built and then I die and I'm a zombie and I can never touch it again. Whereas like in Rust, if I die, I can at least have a chance to save my base. Whereas this, I die, I don't have my base ever again.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like just having my shit pillaged by randos. So like, I don't know. I really hope it's not like that too.
That would be brutal. My other question is it PvP versus other players too? Or is it PvP only against the zombies?
It's PvP versus other players, but I think I think it's PvP other players that are zombies, like on the other side, because the one thing that they were talking about in the trailer is like if you become a zombie, you can blend in with the CPU zombies. Like I don't think it's gonna have like your gamer tag above your like it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to determine who a real player is and who a CPU player is. Like you saw that in the trailer. It's like, oh, if you want to blend in, like the player zombie took one shot and then just laid on the ground. You know what I mean? And pretended like he was dead. Yeah, like that. I think that's what they mean by the PvP, where you're going to be playing against other players, but it's not like human Dave loads in and shoots human Adam in the face and takes his truck. I don't think it's going to be that.
I hope it's not that. That would make me not want to play this game. Like, I enjoy Rust. I enjoy games that like Ark, but I get so frustrated when I can't go into the game and or I play the game, I build this base, I get killed one time and I lose everything because or I log out, lose everything because somebody stole it or killed me. And so I hope with this that it doesn't happen. And I don't think it's going to the way it kind of looks. It looks like it is more emphasis on the zombie versus player or zombie versus human rather than human versus zombie.
I don't love the idea of the game taking place when I'm not there. You know what I mean? I just like I get it. There's a time and a place for it. There's an audience that kind of loves it and stuff like that. But like, and I realize when you're in an online multiplayer situation, like you are playing with other people, right? But for me personally, like when I'm done, my game is done. You know what I mean? I don't want the game to continue on without me when I have no control over anything. That's the most annoying thing in the world.
It's kind of like Sea of Thieves in a way. When you load in with your galleon, like your ship. And so I wonder if you, and like you said, it has microtransactions kind of built in. So I wonder if you play as a human enough, you earn enough currency, or you can buy the currency and you buy a bus or you buy an RV or a car. And every time you go into the game selecting, okay, I built this RV, I built this mobile base when I load in. And so I load in that way, kind of like Sea of Thieves does. You load in with your ship, and that's your ship every time you spawn in. Rather than logging out, my ship is still there or my base is still there. It's gone when you load out.
I mean, the base building that we saw on the trailer looked to be mobile. It looked like you were building on vehicles.
That's what I'm saying. But I think it's going to be, it looks like it's you build it and then you load in, not I'm building it in the game. And so when I log out, it's still there and I have to start over when I load back in.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like Sea of Thieves where you load in with it. Yeah.
Because that would be so disappointing. I spent all this time, I die, and I could never touch this ship again or this base again. So I'm wondering if you're right. You have to earn so much currency to buy certain cars to upgrade them and expand on it as you play.
Yeah, and unlock parts that you can use in the crafting to like upgrade them and stuff like that. That's what it feels like to me.
Okay, I mean, overall, I'm excited for this one. There's not a whole bunch on it yet. Like you saw, you'll be able to play as the dead, to level up, things like that. You'll be able to farm. And that's another, see, it poses more questions. You see farming aspects. So that makes me question, is it always online? Because how would you be farming when you're logged out if like other people are in the server?
Yeah, same thing. Same way that mobile games operate. It's just a timed thing. Like if you wait enough time before logging back in, or something like that, like the crops are just ready.
Well, I don't got much else, Dave. Do you?
I got nothing else. The game looks really, really fun. I'm curious to learn more about it. Keep it on your radar. Zeverland from Quantum Quirks comes out sometime in 2025. Their Steam page will come out sometime in 2025 as well, guys.
They said a few weeks, so possibly by the new year. Let us know in the comments if you are excited for this one. Like I said, they do have a Discord and they have a Google survey if you are interested in signing up for their beta. They have a questionnaire that you can fill out. I did because I do want to see more about this game. And Quantum Quirks, if you're listening, let us know if you got insight that you want to give us from the bat, right? Start off the bat, because we are interested and have a lot of questions and we'd like them answered.
Yeah, let's get a playtest, bruh.
Yeah, good. Play toast.
Play toast.
Play toast. But, okay, Dave, this is a small franchise, not the biggest of franchises out there. It's not a franchise much of all yet. The first game.
We haven't done this in so long, and I hope you gave me easy ones.
I think I gave you so-so ones.
Oh, good God. I'm going to look like a dummy. Okay.
Yeah. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
I got it. This is my introduction.
Okay, all right.
Guess the franchise in 20 words or less. Dave, are you ready?
I'm ready, brother.
What? What the heck?
That was my sketch. It wasn't that good.
It was not that great at all. But, okay. All right. First one up here is family.
Family.
Yeah.
Oh, Fast and the Furious.
Easy. Okay. Next one is nuclear.
Oh God, here we go. Nuclear. Fallout.
Boom. You got it. All right. This one is where this might take a few. Triplets.
Triplets. What?
Do you know the word?
Yes.
Cartoon.
Oh, Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, oh, sorry. I can't say much else, but no.
Oh no.
Heroes.
Powerpuff Girls.
Boom.
Boom.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm gonna use 2 words on this one if you're okay with that. We're at 5 so far.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're good.
Purple. Actually, let's do purple. Let's see if we can get it from purple.
Purple. Donatello. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No.
Dang it.
Dragon.
Purple dragon. Spyro.
Bam. There you go.
Let's go.
Okay. This is again might get a little hard. Let's see. We're at 7 words. This will be word 8. Bachelor.
Batman.
No.
Bruce Wayne.
Nope.
Bachelor.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Tiger.
A bachelor tiger.
You don't have to combine the two.
Oh. Oh. Hangover.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go.
Next word here is hockey.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks.
Oh my gosh, Dave. What the heck?
Crushing today. We are crushing today.
Blocks.
Minecraft.
Retro.
Tetris.
Bam.
Boom.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Yeah, we're on the last one. This is number 8.
How many
with
words
only
I
12
got left?
words. 12.
12. This could be a new record, boys.
I think our best record was 11. We got it in 11 ones.
We could still do pretty good.
Okay. Next is asymmetrical.
And then he drops this banger on me. Asymmetrical. Like a triangle? Asymmetrical. Oh God, this is gonna be one I don't know.
You know it.
Portal.
No. Survivor.
Asymmetrical survivor?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, come on. Oh, I had a different word that I was gonna use from the beginning that you would have got it, but I screwed up.
Asymmetrical survivor.
Yeah, okay. You got it.
Is asymmetrical like the word? Is that the proper word?
Yeah, yeah.
I am legend.
No, generator.
Oh, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that's the first word I should have used.
What is asymmetrical?
Like 1 verse 3, 1 verse 4, whatever it is.
Oh, I was not thinking like that.
Yeah, screwed up, Adam, but good job.
I was thinking like one side wasn't, like the true meaning of asymmetrical, where like one side isn't equal.
Yeah,
Like,
I screwed up.
Yeah, in games it makes sense, but I didn't know. I didn't know it was a game.
I know, I screwed up, Dave.
No,
I should have said
didn't.
generator.
I didn't know it was a game, guys.
If I would have said generator, you would have got it from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would have been done at 13, but instead I had to use 2 extra words, and we got to 15.
It's all right. It'll be great for the short.
I think what we're gonna have to do now, Dave, 15 or less.
15 or less.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting a head full of steam right now.
I think we're doing too well. You got it. The last one was an 11. This one in 15.
Are we really doing well, or are we just getting cocky?
Well, I don't know. We can see.
All right,
see.
we'll try 15.
15 or less next week.
Next week we'll try 15 or less.
Guess that. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm redoing the intro. Guess the franchise in 15 words or less.
Right.
Now they won't know.
No, nobody knows.
Yeah, because nobody listens to this.
The magic of editing, guys.
And what I'll do is I'll put this in front of us even starting.
It's all a lie. Smoke and mirrors, man.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke
I love it.
and
I love
mirrors, man. It's a fugazi. Doesn't exist.
I don't know what that is.
Wolf on Wall Street?
Oh, I've never seen that. I've wanted to see that so much, and I never have.
That's a great movie.
Okay, I'm going on a tangent real quick.
Okay.
I saw Gladiator 2.
How was that?
It's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Denzel in a movie he shouldn't be Denzel in.
Yeah. I will say, though, there
Because
was a
the
couple plot
character-
twists.
The character that Denzel plays does not exist in the Roman Empire.
Or Denzel is such a main character and everything. Like, you knew he was going to be the main character in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way he's like some type of supporting role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Moving on.
Spoiler 2. Second spoiler of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Spoiler. I apologize. It's a good movie-ish.
Ish.
We have Letterboxd, you know, that app where you can rate your movies as you watch them and whatnot. So we have that. We have a Let's Talk Nerdy one. I don't know if you knew that.
Do we?
Yeah, I made a Let's Talk Nerdy account with all the movies I've watched, and I gave it a 3.5. So not awful, but 3.5 out of 5.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, it was a movie that's worth watching. It's one that I'm not gonna say it's one of my greatest movies I've ever watched.
I mean, it's a passing grade,
Passing grade, What
which is
that?
more than I have to say about the next thing we're talking about.
Lilo and Stitch. Live action, Dave.
Live action Lilo and Stitch, ladies and gentlemen. Adam is super excited. He's already bought tickets for this.
Step back there, Dave. Hold on. Don't throw me under the bus here yet. This is kind of gonna go into conversation. Unfortunately, we don't have a trailer of Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I don't want to explain why because we don't want to get in trouble.
It's fine. We couldn't get it just for copyright reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's not in trouble.
Yeah, copyright.
Yeah, we couldn't
Disney-
show the trailer.
Disney locks it down, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried 3 times. They wouldn't let us have it. But this is going to go into a conversation of just state of movies in general, specifically Disney with their lack of originality.
I think the lack of originality is across the board.
I agree across the board. I don't know how I kind of want to start this conversation, but going into Lilo and Stitch, I will say, out of all the ones that I've kind of watched trailers of and actually seen, I'm not overly disappointed in this one, if that makes sense. Based off the trailer I saw, it had me a little bit more interested than, let's say, The Lion King, Little Mermaid, Moana. Like, I'm a little bit more interested in this one than the others.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, if I'm going to be 100% honest, I'm just kind of numb to it all at this point. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I hear of a part 2 that's coming out that's taken way too long, like Gladiator, like Dumb and Dumber, or a live action remake like Lion King or Lilo and Stitch, or a reboot, or just now we have a movie version of a franchise that was popular in some other medium like comics or something like that. It's like, what? I don't know. When was the last blockbuster movie that you were excited about that didn't fall into one of those categories? I cannot even remember. Like, that's how far along we are on this lack of originality in Hollywood. Is that I can't even remember the last movie that came out that I was excited about that wasn't either a remake, a reboot, a sequel that was happening far too long, or something that's been adapted from another medium. Like, where are the original movie ideas?
There's not much out there, and so I'm just going through the top 100 movies on IMDb, and there is nothing new out here yet. And when they do have original ideas, they're garbage. Like, they're not anything fun or exciting, or they're just the most random things. Like, the one I watched recently was Bullet Train. Have you heard of that one? Where is it? Who's the actor? Brad Pitt. Like, was it bad? No, but the idea of, like, oh, I'm stuck on a train full of assassins, like, it was kind of lame. Or Ambulance, like Ambulance, where these guys, I never saw the movie where they rob a bank and they have an ambulance. Like, I don't know. There's nothing new out there that's original and actually worth like you said, a blockbuster. Like this movie is, I have to see it. There's not any of those out right now.
I mean, it's not that any of them are out right now. It's like I can't even remember the last one. Like that's how far gone we are. What's really weird is like I think the genre that kind of has the most original ideas, which is going to be crazy to say, um, because it was the genre for the longest time that was always just rinse and repeat, carbon copy. But I think the most original ideas we're seeing right now are coming out of horror, which is crazy. Which is crazy to think because horror always had that stigma of just being like, oh, it's either a scary, stabby killer guy or it's either like a ghost thing. You know what I mean? Like people always were like, oh, scary movies are all the same. It's just the same three different things and you jump scares, right? And it's like the horror movies are the genre now that are coming up with the original ideas where it was always in the past them having that stigma of just being a copycat. It's like, it's crazy to see that flip.
And the problem is, do you think that there just isn't anything else to make? You think everything's been done, or you just think that it's kind of the similar conversation that we had with the state of gaming? Do you think with the movie industry and TV industry, it's one of those things like, let's just pump out quantity versus quality and not really put our creative juices into the what we're going into and just start pumping out remakes and remasters because we know those work, and now we don't have, or nobody's interested in new things? Do you think that is part of it? Like the consumer isn't interested in new ideas?
I'm gonna be honest, and I'm probably gonna make some people mad. I think this is on us, guys. Like I think this is on us and like our complacency of just being of just accepting the fact that like this is the content that we get now. Because I think it's not only laziness on the studio's part, but it's also like security on the studio's part. It's like why bother risking putting out an original idea production when we can just make a live action remake of a movie we know people already will like and people will go see it. And it doesn't matter if it's good or not because they're going to go see it anyway. And with this day and age it doesn't matter like it doesn't matter if the movie's good or not, right? Because for the longest time they had to, kind of the trend was always box office, right? And you wanted it to do well in box office originally to get the word out so that more people would go to the box office so that reviewers would give it a good review so that you would win awards, things like that. And then it all came down to DVD sales, right? You wanted the movie to be good because not only did you want people to love it in the movie theater, but you wanted them to buy a version of it to keep at home, right? And in this day and age, we don't need to do that anymore. Nobody goes to the movie theaters anymore. Nobody buys Blu-rays. Well, there's obviously still people that go to the movie theater, but the vast majority do not, right? I wanted to see Beetlejuice, right? Beetlejuice was in the theater and then it was live streamed pay-per-view like a week later. You know what I mean? Like it's just it is what it is, right? So it doesn't really matter if the movie's good anymore because the way that people consume the content, it's going to get seen anyway. And it's just complacency. It's complacency on the viewer. It's laziness and security on the studio, and just the way that it all transpires now. Just it's a breeding ground for just making shit. You know what I mean? Which is really sad.
And like you said, it's the fact that nobody is willing to, I think, wait for it either. And with these live streaming services, like, wow, we can pump out a bunch of movies we know will be successful because of the success that it had the in the past. And even if nobody wants to buy these movies, we put them on these live streaming or like these streaming services, and we're getting our money from it that way. Like you look at all all the Marvel movies right now, they're still making money no matter what. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum of Time, I can't remember that. Was that what it was? Quantum of Time? It's making money because it's on Disney Plus and people are paying for Disney Plus. So that movie technically is making money as you're paying for these subscriptions. And I think, like you said, there's security in the service itself. So if the movie sucks, people are still paying for those movies.
I mean, it's security in the sense of like how the game's been flipped. You no longer have to make a movie that's good enough for people to want to spend, $15 on a movie ticket for, and then another $15 months later for a Blu-ray. You have to make a movie that's good enough that of the millions upon millions upon millions of people that have these Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, you just have to make it good enough that they'll watch it one time or at least part of it. And that's a successful movie. You know what I mean? Like the bar has been set so low on what a good movie has to be.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't think that Hollywood industry has I don't think they have a way to return to such a solid foundation of movies and creativity because of that. I think that as a consumer, or just in general, we have all this access that it's never going to flip back. Like we're never going to get all these great original ideas. Like you look at the just this weekend through Thanksgiving, this week of Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving Day, this is the highest box office ever between two movies, and that's Wicked and Moana 2. So Moana 2, I guess you can call original because it's a sequel, like they're continuing on the story. But Wicked, it's not original. That's a thing that's been done for years and years in Broadway. Like it's not original, but the fact, I mean, granted, there's a huge fan base of Wicked that people don't get to see because they don't get to go to Broadway. They've never seen it in live, but this is a way they can experience it, which is cool. Like I'm not discounting the movie itself. Like it was phenomenal. People loved it, but the fact that it isn't a new original idea.
I don't know. I think we're going to see more of this, to be honest. Like I don't know, the age of like new ideas, the people that, I don't know. Every time we have this conversation, I just feel old, but like, I think the people that really like streamline that innovative thinking in the film industry have kind of vacated, right? Like your Scorsese's, your Coppolas, your Tarantino's, like your people that like really wanted to push the boundaries and like, deliver new stuff every time and have their brand on it. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just complacency all around. Yeah, it's complacency. Like it's complacency on all aspects. Like the Hollywood studios they're just fine with pumping out the same things. The directors are fine pumping out the same ideas. Like the actors are fine playing the same roles, and the consumer is fine watching the same movie. It's just everybody is just everybody's just fine. You know what I mean? Like if any one part of that chain demanded more, it would throw off the whole cycle. You know what I mean? Like if studios were like, no, we don't care about just making this easy money. We want to make something good, which will never happen. If the directors were like, I don't want to direct this piece of shit. Like I want to do something interesting. That could actually happen. If the actors were like, I really want to do something, more artistic. I don't want to do the same shit. That also could happen. And then on us, if we're just like, listen, we're not going to watch the same shit over and over, and like things will change. But you need one peg to fall out of the board before anything will happen,
And this isn't to say movies aren't good right now. Like there's some really good movies out that have come out in the last couple of years, but I just think that they're like, I look at one of my favorite movies right now is Across the Spider-Verse. And Into the Spider-Verse, they're just, the reason why that movie's so good is it's such a fresh animation. It's a comic literally brought to life. It feels like a comic. No movie's ever done that, but now you start to see that more often and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a great Mutant Mayhem, good movie, but they're taking kind of the same art style from Into the Spider-Verse. So I think you're going to start seeing more of that kind now. And so I think it's similar in the sense of like gaming where somebody sets the foundation and then everybody follows suit and not tries to innovate on their own.
And I don't know if maybe it's just, again, my age. Like, I don't know, like maybe I was spoiled. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in the 90s. My main movie area was like the 90s and early 2000s. Just bangers. just banger after banger after banger after blockbuster, a new idea, new director, blah, 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 blah. So like maybe I was just spoiled, but like, I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. I don't know if it's just my genuine lack of interest or like their just genuine lack of trying. You know what I mean?
And I think this is kind of a question. We can probably put this as a question on our community posts. Are movies good now? Or how would you describe, like, are movies innovative right now? How would you think we could ask the people with this kind of question?
Is the movie industry better off today than it was X years ago?
Yeah. And
That-
I think the money box office is skewed nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, not a lot of people go to the box office, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, it's also hard to gauge numbers.
Right.
You
And just the
can't-
amount that there's such a population now that has access to all this. So the box office, it looks bigger, but you think it truly is bigger if we were to go back in time.
Right, yeah. Like if you were to do like a comparison, you have to like try to figure out a way of like, I
Ticket
don't know.
amounts, like the amount of people that bought tickets rather than the money.
I don't think you'd ever be able to really
Yeah, that's
do it.
impossible.
But yeah, I don't know. You'd have to like, I'm sure there's some type of like AI program that could kind of formulate it. Like generate me anticipated ticket sales based on like consumption of media platforms today for this movie. And like, I don't know, I'm sure something could figure it out, but it would be way too hard.
But overall, and I have another question. This is just random. Are sequels better than reboots? Or just depend?
I think it all depends on the movie.
Yeah. I think everything's either drawn out too much in sequels or it's I almost like sequels better than reboots, to be honest.
I mean, it really depends on the
Or-
movie and
sorry,
what you
can I
did
reframe
with-
the question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which do you think has more success, reboots or sequels?
I don't know. It's very dependent on the movie. If we're gonna be honest, like if the first movie was good, like the Gladiator situation, right? Like people love Gladiator. So when Gladiator 2 came out, they were hyped about it. Now, if you were to tell me that they were going to do a reboot of Gladiator, and I was like, you really think that you're gonna get somebody to play that role better than Russell Crowe? Like, I don't know. I'm not excited about it. But the remake or the part 2, I'm probably a little bit more excited about it.
Right. And then you could say the same thing with like Beetlejuice. If you would have had somebody else play Beetlejuice over Michael Keaton, that's not true. And you could say like Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire did a great job, but there's a huge fans of Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield. Like I guess it all depends.
It all depends on the first movie, right? If you were to tell me, you know, you would say if you're bringing back like a character that people love, like, you know, like you said with Russell Crowe and stuff like that, and like Keaton come back as Beetlejuice. But if you were to tell me that they're gonna reboot the Turtles franchise and they were like, hey, you know that Michael Bay garbage? Let's forget all of that. We're gonna start over and make it way better. I would be super juiced. But if you tell me like another sequel from Michael Bay's coming out, I'd be like, I could not care less. Like
Basically, it comes down to, was the original movie so good that like you can't replace the actor and the story and things like that. Okay.
was it so good that like
It'll never
there's-
follow up.
yeah, you could never do a reboot justice.
Right.
You know what I
Kind of
mean?
like
But
with
if the-
Deadpool right now with Ryan Reynolds. Like, who do you think could? We've had this conversation. Nobody could beat Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. There's
Yeah.
no reboot there. There's no recasting. Same as Wolverine. Like,
That's why he came back.
yeah, there's no recasting Wolverine. Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman is Wolverine. Like
Except
that's just that
Henry
is
Cavill
as Wolverine.
in the movie when he like popped up. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
know.
It's interesting. It's an interesting spot. It's an interesting time to be in. I don't see it getting any better, if we're gonna be honest, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. And maybe that's just us. We need to kind of get with the times. And again, I'm gonna say I love movies still. I watch movies all the time, but hasn't been a movie in a long time where I'm like, wow, that really knocked the socks off me. Whoever says that anymore, old people do.
Old people do. Yeah.
I will say, do you remember the movie 1917? Ever see that?
No.
Oh, you have to watch it. It was a movie done with like one film take the whole time.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, it's really cool. So the movie, like, there's different takes, I think, or like there was obviously they had to reshoot things, but it's one continuous flow of the movie. Like they don't change camera angles. There's no cutting. The camera follows along with him. Very well done cinematically.
That's absolute insanity. How long is this movie?
Oh, let me look it up. It is so good. It's based off a true story in 1917. No, it's old. It came out in 2019. Let's see, film style. I'm gonna Google the film style real quick, but it was so cool. Yeah, so it gave like the impression of a single continuous take. Like there's no different like cuts or anything like that. It was really cool. And so there's a part where like bombs are being thrown and literally the scene follows along with the whole bombs, explosions, guns shooting, people dying in front of him. And so they actually took one shot. It was so cool. Yeah, so that's a really good movie. It came out in 2019. So out of movies to recommend, that's what I'm talking about. Very unique and original and makes the industry fun to watch still. So movies like that really help.
But that's a brilliant point that you brought up there. Is like a movie like that that's super innovative. That's something that you would feel like a lot of people would be excited to know about. I didn't know about because it's been overshadowed by Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber 2
and Dumberer and Lion King live action and live action Little Mermaid and the 19th fucking Star Wars movie to come out this year.
Or have you seen Oppenheimer?
Yeah, Oppenheimer is great.
I mean, it was really cool and cinematic the way they did it with the back and forth with the color and the gray, and it was cool. Again, it was unique, but it's movies that, although that came out with Barbie at the same time as Barbie, and so they kind of combined them together. Barbieheimer or whatever they said.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe the movie industry is better than what we're thinking.
I
Just
don't
nixed
know.
our whole conversation. Just kidding.
Just
kidding.
I don't know.
Let us
I don't
know.
know. Yeah, let us know down in the comments below because I'm still kind of, I don't know. I'm still on the fence here, man. I don't know. Whenever I go to, like, I don't watch movies anymore, really. I really don't.
I still
Like,
do watch movies.
Every once in a while, I'll watch a movie. But for the most part, unless there's, like, something that I'm kind of, like, interested in, which is very infrequently, like, I'm just watching old stuff.
Yeah.
I just watch old movies.
Right.
You know? Let's go back to the classics. Go back to the standbys, the ones that I know are good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, let us know in the comments, where do you think that the movie industry is right now? Do you enjoy the movies? Is it better of times past, or is this the future of movies? Let us know in the comments below. And that brings us to, so this started as a conversation of Lilo and Stitch, and we didn't get very much about Lilo and Stitch in this movie because there wasn't much on it. It's just going to be a repeat of the story, and I hate Disney live action. So, yeah. All right, but that brings us to the Disney movie showdown bracket. How should we introduce these? There's got to be a more fun way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are picking the great. Is this all animated?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are picking the greatest Disney animated movie of all time. We're settling this once and for all.
Settling this once and for all. Let's get this pulled up here. There's some
boy.
great movies on this list. So how we picked it was I went on. I was going to do box office, but it was a little confusing. Dave and I had a long conversation about this of Disney movies in general. It's kind of all over the place. So I went to ranker.com, and this is where the top 16 Marvel or Disney animated movies are. So we have Mulan, Incredibles, Nemo, Toy Story, Lilo and Stitch, Lion King, Aladdin, Hercules, Up, WALL-E, Moana, Monsters Inc., Ratatouille, Beauty and the Beast, Tangled, and The Little Mermaid. I'm blind.
I couldn't see what that was either.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that one?
So starting it off here, I think there's gonna be some very tough conversations in this. Dave is very strong on one particular movie, but we're gonna see if we can ruffle some feathers and change it up a little bit.
You
So
can see if you're gonna sway it. We'll see how it goes.
we'll see. Starting it off, Moana versus the Incredibles. Which way are you leaning, Dave?
This one's tough, man. I'm leaning The Incredibles.
I think I'm leaning towards the Incredibles too.
Are you?
And the reason I think so is I actually don't know. I think I like superheroes. I was really young when Mulan came out. I didn't quite understand it. I kind of grew up and understood The Incredibles a little bit more. Although the music in the Mulan movie was kind of good.
The thing with The Incredibles is this was back, like when The Incredibles came out, Disney didn't own any, like Disney didn't own Marvel or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they didn't have any stake in the game of the superhero franchise. Like they kind of just invented this to get a little stake in the game, and I think that kind of maybe gives it a leg up.
Yeah. And it's one that is very memorable. I don't remember Mulan very much at all. Like I could probably quote over half the Incredibles movie. I could maybe quote, I can sing along with one song with Mulan, but that's about it.
Mulan has an audience for sure. I just I don't know if you're talking about the greatest Disney movie of all time, like The Incredibles is probably going to be more recognizable to more people.
Yeah. I'm going Incredibles. Let's do it.
All right, Incredibles.
Boom.
This one makes me want to cry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. What I did is I shuffled this a couple times because some of them were just like, "This is too easy of a conversation." This is one of the hardest ones.
You should have shuffled one more time.
Yeah, this one's a little hard. Finding Nemo versus Toy Story. Oh shoot, I don't even know where to lean yet. To be honest, I'm a little kind of stuck in the middle. I'd say I'm 52% more towards Toy Story versus Finding Nemo, but. Where do you think you're leaning, Dave?
I'm leaning Toy Story.
I think I'm gonna kind of maybe make a couple people mad. What's the dad's name? Marlin in Finding Nemo. He's annoying. He's really annoying.
The dad?
Yeah, I really do not like Marlin, the dad.
Nemo's dad from the beginning?
Yeah. It annoys me.
Just because he's like kind of.
Don't do that! Don't do that!
He's kind of whiny and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going based off character wise, I think Toy Story has much better characters. Like Woody and Buzz are such a cool dynamic duo.
Nemo's got my shark bra though.
Yeah.
Shark bait. Hoo-ha.
Shark bait. Hoo-ha. Yeah,
There's so many good. There's so many good aspects. Okay, all right.
Toy Story.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. Toy Story, like,
it's iconic. It has so many, and
it started like a thing too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like this was still when like this type of animation was brand new.
Yeah.
What a cool idea that your toys come to life.
Yeah.
Tim Allen, Tom Hanks.
The actors are better. Yeah.
So many actors. All right, I'm doing a Toy Story.
And I think as a brand, Toy Story is a little bit more.
Yeah, Finding Nemo is one movie.
Yeah, two. Finding Dory, if you want to put it that too.
Nope, Finding Nemo is one movie.
Finding Nemo is one movie. Toy Story, I just think, and then the story of Finding Nemo is not Finding Nemo. Toy Story is so much better. I think where two complete opposite people become good friends and they defy the odds, and whereas they're just searching for a fish the whole movie.
Yeah, all right. I hate to do it, but yeah, Toy Story. Toy Story over Nemo.
Toy Story Nemo. I think this one's gonna be kind of hard, but also pretty easy. I definitely know where Dave's leaning. That's The Lion King. But
sway me, Adam.
Lilo
Sway
and
me.
Stitch. He's a fun alien.
Bruh.
Okay, I can't. I don't think I can argue.
Okay, no, keep going. Keep going.
No, I don't think I can.
I'll let you get all the points out.
I don't have any. I think the biggest thing is it's an alien. It's a original characters that they came up from creative minds, whereas the animals they're just animals, you know, just talking animals. However, the soundtrack of Lion King is so good compared to Lilo and Stitch. It's so yeah. I think I have to go Lion King with you.
The Lion King just like in Lilo and Stitch, the memorable character is Stitch.
Yeah, that's true.
In
You
the
can't-
Lion King, the memorable character, we Timon and Pumbaa. You got Simba. You got Nala.
Rafika.
Rafiki. Yeah, Mufasa. Like it's just you got
Scar,
Scar.
okay.
Yeah, you got the hyenas. Like it's just it's too crazy. It's just a powerhouse lineup.
All right, I already clicked it. It's such a powerhouse lineup. Okay, this one is. I thought this was the hardest argument out of all of them.
Really?
I do. I love both these movies too much. We have Aladdin versus Hercules, and which one are you leaning towards?
I'm not even leaning, dude.
Which one are you? Aladdin?
Aladdin all the way.
Ah, man, the soundtrack of Hercules is so good.
Better than Aladdin?
They're so good equally.
I don't think it's better than Aladdin. It's good. It's great. Like it's good. It's a good soundtrack. Look at
Okay.
this cast of characters, dude. You have Robin Williams playing the genie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Gilbert Gottfried is in here. Like this is like, it's such a great story too.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate to do it.
Jafar is such a good villain. Like the scene where he's riding the magic carpet through in the beginning, where he's running away from the lava coming out of the mouth of the Sphinx. Like, dude, it's so crazy. It's such a crazy movie.
So the cinematics are maybe a little bit better in Aladdin, and the character cast may be a little bit better in Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hercules is a cool story too.
Okay, but
I guess it's not an original idea either. Like Hercules is its own.
Hercules is Hercules.
Hercules is Hercules. It's in Greek mythology. It's okay.
Who voices any of the characters?
None. Oh, the little guy, the centaur. His voice is very. I don't remember. I'm terrible with like animated actors. Okay. All right. Let me look it up real quick. Hercules actors. Original. Animated. Disney. Let's see.
Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But other than that, I think you're right.
Or now do Aladdin.
Yeah, okay.
Because I forget who Jafar was. Very recognizable, though.
And I mean, if you didn't go to the live action, Will Smith did it.
Oh, God.
No, not that one. Oh,
1992.
let's do that. Bow. 19. How'd you know that? Did you just see it? Or you
Yeah, I
remembered?
just saw it there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Robin Williams. Yeah. All right. Jafar, Jonathan Freeman.
Okay.
I don't know who that is, to be
Gilbert
honest.
Gottfried.
Oh, wait, I do know that guy.
Yeah, you know that guy.
All right. Okay, fine. Aladdin. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder of a conversation, a lot harder of it sell, but that's okay. We have Up versus Wall-E. This is kind of a no-brainer for me. I am leaning more towards Up.
It's why?
Because Wall-E was boring.
It's a love story.
It's a love story that had no commentation, and it's just him following a pretty robot the whole time, and it's boring.
Wall-E is the oh God, what's the name?
I don't know what the
Wall-E
name
is the escort mission of Disney.
Okay. So are you leaning towards Up too?
All right, I'll let you have it. I won't fight you.
Up is. Oh wait. You were. I didn't know. I don't know.
You can have it.
Up is such a sad story, but also such a heartwarming story where this guy's heart is ripped out of his body,
I mean,
and he's so connected to his wife that he does not sell his house to these big condo building New York City people.
yeah, okay, you can have it.
It's got a talking dog named Doug.
Okay, you can have it.
Thank you. I lost Hercules versus Aladdin. Okay, let me have it. Moana versus Monsters Inc. is next.
Which way you leaning? You're gonna
think
go Moana, aren't you?
I liked Moana a lot.
Better than Monsters Inc.
I think so. I genuinely think Monsters Inc. is a little overrated. And the reason being, like, I don't really have a good reason. I just don't think it's as good as Moana. The soundtrack, I know it's not a musical for Monsters Inc., but the soundtrack is so good. The story is cool.
Oh boy.
It's the power of good versus evil, and the animation style is really cool. It has The Rock in it.
I don't know, dude. I think Monsters Inc. was like more of a thing.
I don't know, man. I guess, yeah. it
Moana
kinda
was one of those movies that kind of passed by.
I don't know if it just passed by, dude. It is huge right now for Moana too.
Yeah, but like it passed by, I think didn't it like pass by and then became a thing after the fact, like an unsung hero. Whereas like Monsters Inc. was like huge.
Was it huge because we were kids at that point? Like we were really young still? Like we think it was huge, or is Moana so much bigger and we just don't realize? You know what I should be doing? I should have had my son watch all these movies before doing this, so he could kind of influence me a little bit.
We'll just let the little child pick which one it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'll fine. I'll give you Moana. I'm not married to Monsters Inc. I think it was.
What about current state right now and just how big it is? I think Moana has to win. I would say like Monsters Inc. is almost kind of in a forgotten realm right now.
Yeah.
Aside from you and me.
But I think I don't know. We're looking at Moana. We're not like, I think we're living off the hype of Moana 2 right now.
Might be.
Like without Moana 2.
Yeah, but
Is this even really a hard decision?
I guess it is.
You gotta look at the movie that's on the list. You know what I mean? Like we got some Moana hype 2 right now. Okay. But in the grand scheme of things, I think Monsters Inc. was a.
Okay, let's look past just the original. So Monsters Inc. and the Monsters 2, were they just as good? Or do you think, I haven't seen Moana 2, so I can't say. Okay, going based off the original movies, I still think Moana is a better movie.
All right, I'll let you have it.
Thank you.
I don't feel great about it, but
the
I'll let you have
soundtrack
it.
is so good. Every step I take, every move I make. You're welcome. Like, come on. But I'm always watching. I don't remember. See, I don't remember. Forgettable. Just kidding.
I'll let you have it.
Okay. Beauty and the Beast versus Ratatouille. I'm leaning towards Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, me too.
Out of all the princesses is Disney, like Belle is one of my favorites. She's not even a princess, but the story that she kind of turns into a princess, and she's such a cool, like princess-esque character. She's cool.
I think Beauty and the Beast, I don't know. It's hard to put it up against a movie like Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Because like Beauty and the Beast is such a classic. It's such an iconic classic movie. I don't think Ratatouille has earned that.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd agree. Both are great movies, but I agree. Beauty and the Beast is definitely has a leg up in the story of it as well. Ratatouille is definitely unique, but I think Beauty and the Beast is so much better.
Love Ratatouille. I think it's a funny movie. I enjoy watching it. I just don't think it's earned that reputation.
There's no live action of it yet, so that means it's not good enough.
Apparently.
Yeah. If it doesn't get a live action, it's not good. Apparently. Little Mermaid versus Tangled. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen Tangled, and it's a story of Rapunzel, whereas a Little Mermaid is its own original idea, and Again, has a really good soundtrack, has really cool characters. I'm leaning more towards Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Not gonna lie, this is the first movie that apparently my mom took me to go see in the movie theater.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna have a little soft spot for this one.
There it is.
It's gonna be hard to get off the list.
Hard off the list. So we have The Incredibles versus Toy Story coming up in the next round.
Yeah, boy.
If I'm going based off of childhood, and I'm still leaning towards Toy Story, but like you said, Incredibles is its Disney creation that came out of nowhere and took the world by storm. And even with the sequel, everybody loved that one. Toy Story sequels that, like, I know there's 4 of them, but they kind of died off as they went on, if that makes sense.
I don't know, dude. For me, this is easy now. This is clearly Toy Story.
You think so?
Yeah.
Woody, yeah. And I will say Toy Story 1 and 2 were really good. If we were going to put the 2 together, I think with the combination, Toy Story 1 and 2 is better than Incredibles 1 and 2.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, still the relatability.
Yeah.
Like, if you see something Buzz Lightyear now, you know it's Buzz Lightyear. You know what I mean? Like, if you see that Incredibles eye, it's
Yeah.
not like you're not going to recognize that. Whereas, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
suppose.
see that Buzz Lightyear, like, color scheme and stuff, and you're like, okay, yeah, Buzz Lightyear.
So we're leaning towards Toy Story.
I'm going Toy Story. I got to do it.
All right, I'm with you.
Oh,
I already
listen.
know what you're leaning. You're leaning.
Listen.
Aladdin is not going to win this. Lion King is going to make it to the final 4.
No way, dude.
What?
Aladdin is such a better movie.
Wow. Okay. I thought this was going to be a fight. I'm with you. I think Aladdin is such a better movie.
Then Lion King?
Yeah.
Let's go. Really?
Yeah. I really do.
Why were you so defending of the Lion King earlier?
I don't know. For some reason, I felt like the Lion King was going to be such a hard push from you, but I'm glad the Aladdin is. The music is better. Like you said, the actors are better. They have memorable characters, not just animals.
Robin Williams' performance as the genie could be the greatest voice acting of all time. Like,
I'm
of
with ya.
all time.
I would agree.
He is fighting Mark Hamill's Joker for, like, it's those two just flip-flopping back and forth for the greatest animated voice acting of all time.
Okay, I'm with you.
So good. Rip Lion King.
Yeah, we kind of ripped that one.
Rip Lion King. Let's go.
I thought that was going to make it to the final 4. I'm
No
glad,
way.
to be honest, because Hercules and Aladdin are my favorite 2 Disney movies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aladdin
okay.
it is. Peace
Aladdin
out.
it is. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, we have Up versus Moana. Do you have much of an argument on this one?
Not really.
Yeah. I am still leaning towards Moana just because I love the sea. I love the fact that I like music, to be honest. So when the movies have music and it's fun to follow along with, I do like that. And the characters are so much more memorable in Moana.
All right, let's give it to Moana.
Were you leaning towards Up?
No.
Yeah.
I'm really indifferent here.
I was gonna say I figure you're indifferent.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast versus Little Mermaid. I still think Belle is cooler than Ariel.
Oh, I don't know, dude. Now I think Mermaid.
The reason why I think Belle is cooler is like she really is coming from nothing and very thankful and doesn't expect much. And she was like almost kidnapped into that situation. Whereas Ariel is just ungrateful. She wants to, and she has everything down in the sea, under the sea. Like she has everything under there. And she's like, I want everything that's up there too. Like, that's not cool, Ariel. You already have everything.
Okay, but what's more memorable?
a giant monster beast kidnapping a kid or girl.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, like what's more memorable to you? Ariel or Belle?
Belle.
Belle. Okay, what's more memorable to you? The teacup and the candlestick or Flounder?
Oh, 100% the teacup and candlestick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about Ursula though?
Yeah, she was creepy.
That's one of the most iconic Disney villains of all time.
Yeah, but the love story of Beauty and the
Wha-
Beast
okay,
was so
wha-
cool with
what-
the rose petals.
What soundtrack is better?
Yeah, shoot.
Like sing me one song from Beauty and the Beast.
I can't.
You
I don't
can't.
think I can.
You can't. But you said Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
Alrighty, Dave. I think you convinced me. We'll go Little Mermaid.
Let's go.
Final four. Toy Story versus.
Bruh.
Oh wait, are we already here?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, Toy Story versus Aladdin. I think we kind of had this argument already.
I feel like we did.
Aladdin. I can't believe that Toy Story is better than Aladdin. Like it's. I don't think there's a way we can flip it and say that it's better. Iconicness wise, there's no live action of a Toy Story yet. It's coming up in 2026.
Okay, which way are you leaning?
I'm leaning towards Aladdin.
Oh, dude.
I think I know they're completely two different movies. Aladdin is it's musical, but I really love Aladdin movie, the story, the character design. I think it's really cool. But so is Toy Story has really good character design, original character. I don't know. Where are you leaning?
I'm gonna go Aladdin too.
You think so?
Yeah, because if we're talking like the actual like classic animated Disney movies, I do not know if Toy Story really truly falls in that realm.
Yeah. And like I said, I think Toy Story is one that it's definitely relatable. Like you're like, oh, I wish my toys were doing that when I was gone. But at the same time, I don't know. I think you're right with Jafar being such an iconic movie villain or Disney villain. Because really, Toy Story doesn't really have such a villain. It's just them coming to become friends at the end.
Yeah, I mean
You got a friend in me.
the antagonist protagonist are.
Yeah.
You know what Toy Story is?
Step Brothers.
Do we just become best friends?
Do we just become best friends?
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Yep.
Damn
Okay.
it! Toy Story is ruined. Okay, I'm going Aladdin.
Aladdin it is.
Yeah,
Making
I'm
it to
going
the
Aladdin.
semifinals. Up versus what? We already did that. Moana versus Little Mermaid. I think there's no way I could spin Moana to beat the Little Mermaid, to be honest.
Go ahead.
Character wise, Little Mermaid, she's so cool. Ariel, Flounder. Really, Moana's just got Moana in the songs.
This one is a joke.
You're going Little Mermaid?
It's got to. It's got to go fast. Moana had a great run. It had
Yeah.
a Cinderella run, but it's
and
the
let's
way
be
it has
honest,
to end.
the left side of the bracket is so much more strong than the right side of the
yeah,
bracket.
Yeah. If you had the right side of the bracket, you were on easy street.
Yeah.
All
dang
right.
it.
Wow.
This is kind of lame to finish it off. Aladdin versus not Moana. Aladdin versus the Little Mermaid. Aladdin.
It's got to be Aladdin, right?
I can't say. There's no. Just we already even said like Aladdin is our favorite Disney movies growing up. I'm trying to think of ways to argue the villains are equally the strong.
Yeah, Jafar and Ursula are very strong villains.
Yeah, and I think with
You
how
got
I
a
described
Boo,
with,
Flounder.
but Aladdin is this guy coming from nothing, working his way up, trying to make the right choices. Where Ariel is just, I want more.
Yeah.
I want a boy that's out of my reach. Granted, it's kind of a similar story in Aladdin, but I think he has to overcome so much more obstacles
Like
and mountains.
adversities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and she finds out he's just a thief at the end. So,
And falls
she's
in love
still
with
with
him anyway.
exactly. So, Aladdin is our victorious movie of the Disney movie showdown. It is the greatest animated Disney movie ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aladdin is the greatest animated movie of all time. Let's go. Disney animated
Boom.
movie. Boom.
Let us know how this would have ended up in your hands. I think it was pretty close to how I figured it would go, to be honest. I thought Incredibles might have made a little bit longer of a run. Lion King, I thought, would have made a little bit more run. But the fact that it came up against Aladdin, there's no chance.
I mean, I thought Aladdin was gonna go pretty far, but I also thought Lion King was gonna go pretty far.
Yeah.
It just happened that they were in the same bracket.
Yeah. I shuffled it a few times. I should have shuffled it a little bit different still, but
That right side was weak.
yeah. Dang. All right, let us know in the comments. This was such a great episode. Yeah, it was. What do you think, Dave?
Great episode. Love this. Let us know down in the comments below what you think of these. Let us know what you guys think of these brackets. I'm curious to know what you guys think of these brackets because I really like them. I think they're fun.
They are fun. They stir up some good conversation. And let us know if you have any ideas for us to do different brackets. Any ideas. We kind of come up with all these on our own. We're happy to hear any other suggestions and topics that you want us to talk about. We're changing things up a bit. In the near future, we have some good ideas that we think that will be fun for everybody. And yeah,
doing big things. Big things are coming. If you have not hit the like and subscribe and all the buttons down below, please do that. It really does help the channel grow. We super appreciate it. Adam, what you got for him?
if you're not following us on all social media, please make sure to do so. Let's Talk Nerdy Podcast. Join the Discord. We'd love to have you. And that's all I got.
Love you guys very, very much. Thank you for everything. And we will see y'all on the next one.
Peace out, nerds.